At the bottom of the screen, yeah.
Okay. Hopefully it's going now.
It shows recording.
Okay, good.
Yep.
All right. Thank you. All right, everybody. So thank you for joining this call. I'm going to go ahead and maximize my screen here. Slideshow. Okay. So, and then I'm going to turn off my video so I don't have to look. Well, I don't have to look at myself, basically, and you guys don't have to look at me. You can just watch the presentation. So there we go. All right. So thank you, everybody, for joining. And I went ahead and went back here. Welcome to this presentation. We're talking today about what Beachbody coaching is all about. I know it's a busy time of year, and you guys are all, thinking about the New Year's and, plans for tomorrow night. So I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. But I do want to share with you something today that has just totally changed my life. It's not just physically, not losing weight, but just the way I look at the world and the people around me and the relationships in my life. My goal with tonight's call is to show you that if you just change your thinking, you can change your life. And I'm hoping to share with you how the Beachbody coaching opportunity has done that for me. We're going to talk about what it is. We're going to talk about the company's products, and how you and so many others can make an income off these products. All you have to do is just use them and then share your story. It really is as simple as that. So here's some information about me. I am a mother of 3 children, Logan, Sienna, and Ronan. My husband is an Ironman. For those of you that don't know what that is, it's like ultra crazy swim bike runner. He just completed his first Ironman in Louisville in September. So that's like a full-time training schedule. He works full-time. I work full-time for CAT Simulators. I'm an account manager. And I started my Beachbody journey with 21 Day Fix. And I actually started it as a coach immediately. A lot of people come on board Beachbody as a customer first. They come on board and they want to lose weight, or they want to try a program first, and then usually they fall in love with the products, and that's when they decide, hey, I want to be a coach. I want to help other people achieve the fitness that I've achieved. But I was one of those people that just jumped straight in as a coach immediately, because I knew I needed that ultimate accountability. I needed somebody pushing me each day, and people looking up to me to show up every single day. And that was my total accountability. One of the things that my coach told me when I first started was, after about a month, people are going to be waiting, and people are going to be watching, and they're going to be waiting. They see you posting on your social media about your results. They see you doing it. But they're going to be waiting 30 days later, 60 days later for you to fall off, for you to start posting negative posts again, and for you to start sharing your McDonald's meals on Facebook. And that just drove, I am not going to be that person. I'm not going to do that. And that's what drove me to get through those first 60, 90 days. And then once I did that, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how awesome I feel. And I'm helping other people do the same thing. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that. But people on my team, or people who are coaches with me, are other, busy working professionals. A lot of them have full-time jobs, children, and they just love the product, and they want to get a discount on it, or they want to have the high level accountability, or they want to make extra income. So that's just a bit about me and my team. So one of the reasons why Beachbody has become such an attractive opportunity for me is that, once I started thinking, 6 months ago, I started thinking about my life and what I wanted to do with it and where I wanted to be, have a little bit bigger house, or have the freedom to spend more time with my family or, pay off some debt. When I started to look at my full-time job and the income I was making, and then taking into account my husband's job, I started to see that we just really weren't making any progress in our life. Like every year, we all know things get more expensive. Insurance gets expensive. Kids stuff gets more expensive. We get older. And of course, we get incremental raises and things like that, but we just feels like we're always going to be stuck in the same place. And I really wanted to have the opportunity to be able to dictate my life and dictate the income level that I was at. So I'm asking you, oh, well, it skipped right over that one. So I'm asking you, what would you do with an extra $100 a week? Just $100. I mean, could you go see movies, or could you take your spouse out to dinner or pay for some daycare? What about an extra $500 a week, right? You pay off some debt, maybe work from home, or an extra $1,000 a week. I mean, that's amazing, right? You could give back, you could travel, you could pay off your college debt. I am telling you right now, this sort of income, the $1,000 a week, it is possible with this business. Full out, I'll tell you right now, I'm, in my business, I'm making probably close to $300, $400 extra a week. And that's just working probably about 4, 5, 6 hours a week on this business, if that. But I know people making $1,000 a week and much more than that, and it is possible. So let's talk a little bit about Beachbody, what it is. This company was founded in 1998 by Carl Deichler and John Condon, and they still are running this company to this day. They're very down-to-earth individuals. I've met them both. But their main goal has and will always be to help people achieve healthy and fulfilling lives. They really started out by just doing infomercials. I'm sure you guys have all seen P90X. And what they focus on is developing programs where you have to work. Like, there's no secret. There's no quick fix schemes. You really do have to work hard. And once they launched like P90X and Power 90, they found that there were a lot of people out there that were supporting each other through online forum boards, and they were referring other customers. And so in 2007, the coaching opportunity is what we call the coaching opportunity now, was born as sort of a way to reward people for referring customers to Beachbody. So if you look at this slide and you see all the products, and then you look at this slide here where there's even more products now, this is what started to develop after the coaching opportunity was born. Now let's talk about right here, coaching opportunity. So what that means is you, as a coach, you are a distributor of Beachbody products. And we'll talk about what all that means a little bit later on. But let's just throw this word out here, because a lot of times this comes up when, as a coach, you tell people what you do and you tell people about the organization, and then you get coaches underneath you and people are like, oh, a pyramid scheme? No, it's not a pyramid scheme. I'll tell you right now, pyramid schemes have long been illegal. This is a multi-level marketing company. Pyramid schemes usually start up with maximum large amounts of investments, and you're not distributing a product. You're just building people up underneath you. This obviously has amazing products, and the person that comes on underneath you as a coach can make way more money than you can. So it's not about the person at the top making the most amount of money. So that's my disclaimer. If you want to talk a little bit more about it, we can. But so let's take a look. Here are a lot of the products that are available now. And like I said, there's a lot more that are coming down the pipeline and that I haven't even put on here. But this just shows you that this organization is continuously developing and evolving on its product line. And the goal is to have something for everybody, no matter what their goal is or their fitness level. And so that includes protein bars, shakes, pre and post workouts, detoxes, things that are really going to help anybody for what they need in their fitness and their health. So I'm sure you're seeing a few things on here maybe that you recognize and maybe some things that you don't. So this just shows, and this is only up to 2014, but this is how do the products really measure up is what I'm trying to demonstrate here with this graph. So in 2007, we were at $8 million annual revenue. And then in 2014, you see where we're at. And I think we did even better in 2015, although we haven't seen the numbers yet, but we're close to smashing that target, I'm pretty sure. Might be close to the 1 billion mark, actually. So you'll see that this company is growing year over year after year. And the other thing that I want to point out is that there are no shortage of customers because the product line is developed to hit anybody and everybody, no matter what your fitness level is at. So I will tell you, we just launched this year in Canada. This company is going to be moving into international markets, I would say probably in another couple of years. We know that there's a huge obesity epidemic in Asia, and I think that's a huge target market for Beachbody. Of course, Europe as well. So now's a great time to get in. And the great part about it is there's more and more coaches coming on board every single year, which is great because that supports Beachbody's cause to support more customers. And this just shows that this company is really experiencing amazing sustainable growth year over year over year. And like I said, we're still a very young company. I mean, only 2007, but continuing to grow every single year. So I've mentioned a few things that makes Team Beachbody unique. And I talked about the fitness portion, right? Which are all the cool programs that we have. But we've got all these other pieces here that make us absolutely unique. So there's these other multi-level marketing companies out there, you know, you've got Scentsy and you've got the Jamberry nails. You know, these are kind of the things that are popping into my mind. But, you know, and that's great. It's a product, you get it, and you move on. Well, one of the things that we try to focus on is we get people started on a fitness program, but we want them to be successful. We want them to become loyal customers. So in order to lead healthy and fulfilling lives, we have to focus on other things just other than just the fitness. So the nutrition piece of it, we help them with their nutrition, and that's through Shakeology and through helping them with meal prepping and planning. We give them peer support, and that's the coaching through our accountability groups, or if you privately text people or phone calls, through fit clubs. You can do fit clubs as well, and rewards. So every single, and this is, you know, I can explain a little bit later, but every single week, every single month, and every single year, if you submit your results to Beachbody, they give away cash prizes. They give $500 away to the best transformations, and then $100,000 to the biggest transformation of the year. And even if you don't get the cash prizes, once you complete a program, you still get a t-shirt. So there's rewards at every single level, no matter, you know, where you are. What you might as well get your free t-shirt at the very least. And you get that by submitting your results still. So all of these ingredients here, again, is our formula to ensure people see success with Beachbody. So let's talk about Shakeology, because a lot of you on this call and a lot of people who are listening in, I know, have heard me talk about Shakeology, but what the heck is it, right? It's more than a protein shake. It's more than a meal replacement. It is the ultimate daily dose of dense nutrition. There is no compromise in this product. It is the healthiest meal of the day. I will tell you that Shakeology is our marquee product. We sell it, you can only get it through coaches. And why is it so good? Well, it has tons of super nutritious new ingredients. And here's kind of a little graphic that shows all the cool things that go in it. But proteins, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, phytonutrients, adaptogen, herbs, prebiotics, probiotics, fiber, and digestive enzymes. To quickly sum it up, for as little as $4 per drink, you're getting all of this on the right, which you would really pay about $41 for collectively, and still not get 30 meals out of it. So one bag of Shakeology will give you 30 shakes, right? And that's to boost energy, improve digestion, stop cravings, and lose weight. This is possibly the world's greatest value in nutrition. It's just, we've got to get people to see the visual of it. I've heard somebody say it's like 5 trips to the salad bar. And I don't know about you. I like salad, but I don't want 5 trips to the salad bar. So the flavors we've got right now are the tropical strawberry, chocolate vegan, regular chocolate vanilla, strawberry, greenberry, and we're about to come out with a cafe latte flavor that's going to release on the 11th. If you have people coming to you with asking for a secret weapon or a quick fix, this is it. Shakeology has been a huge game changer for me. And I'll tell you what, I was not sold on Shakeology when I first became a coach. I was like, I'll get it and then I'll cancel it. But this was what kept me from snacking all day. This is what gave me my energy. This is what fueled me. This is, if I couldn't eat healthy for the rest of the day, but I still got my shake in, I still felt amazing and knew that I was getting every single bit of nutrition in that I needed to. So, and as coaches, it is our job to drink it every day and experience the benefits and share the benefits that we're receiving off of Shakeology. So, speaking of results, this is what coaching is all about, you guys. Look at these results. Look at these success stories. Just seeing these happy faces and seeing the results that people have had from using these products, it reminds me of doing what I do, and it just makes me feel proud to be a coach. I love seeing results. I love, and not only just the transformation, like I said, the physical transformation, but when you feel better on the outside and the inside, it's amazing just what it does to your life. You have more confidence. Your friendships that you had are rekindled. And I mean, it's amazing how my life has flip-flopped as a result of this. So you've heard me talk a lot about what a coach's job is and how, we're here to help people, but you're probably wondering, okay, well, what does this all mean? So, well, I often get asked if a coach has to be in peak physical shape or certified trainer or experienced salesperson. Let me just tell you, a coach does not need to be a fitness or nutrition expert. I really knew nothing about nutrition at all. Probably Sean, who's on this call, can attest to that. I've learned a lot of things over the last year and a half just by, reading and taking an interest in my health. But, no, you don't need to be a fitness or a nutrition expert. You don't need to have already achieved your fitness and nutrition goals. This is key. And then the fitness and nutrition expert part is key. The only thing that I had to do when I first started was share my story. People would ask me a question about, should I have oatmeal or should I have rice for lunch? And, I would just share what I know, like, hey, I usually just have a yellow container of rice for lunch and that's my yellow container, or just I share my stories, share what I've experienced, like, well, what is it in Shakeology that that gives you energy? I didn't know at the beginning, so I would just tell them, I don't exactly know what it is that's giving me the energy, but I know I've taken it. I've drank Shakeology every single day for the last 30 days, and I feel amazing. I can spend more time with my kids. I'm outside playing with them. I'm spending quality time with my husband after the kids go to bed, things like that are just, you're just sharing your story, which makes you much more real. And then, if you're sharing your story about your struggles about getting fit as a coach, that makes you more personable. People want to follow the struggle. They want to be able to relate to people that aren't perfect, because people who are out there and perfect and posting all their perfect lives all the time, what does that make you want to do? Block them. So no, you don't have to be at your peak physical condition. And no, you don't have to be a salesperson. All I ask is that you share your story, you be committed to being proof that the products work, and that you're constantly improving and developing yourself through daily meditation or daily reading or whatever it is that's your cup of tea. So, some benefits of being a coach. Well, you get to be your own boss. That's cool. You can set your own work hours. It's kind of one of the things that we talk about when you first come on board is setting your work hours and, making it your own. You can become a part-time coach, or you can be a full-time coach and really go for it and make this your full-time job. You can focus on it however you want to. You can build it online. So that means total social media presence, or you can host in-person shake and shares and fit clubs. But you can tailor this business to you. There's no cookie cutter way to run this business. All I ask is that you share your passion and that you're real, and that you tell us what you're going through, because that's what people want to know. I just ask, like I said, that you're constantly committed to improving and developing yourself. For me, a huge part of coaching is the personal development piece. So one of the things that we focus on is daily personal development. Whether you like to, read the Bible, or maybe you like to do meditation, or maybe you like to read Simon Sinek books. Whatever it is, I ask that you read some personal development every single day. It helps you in building confidence, in setting goals, and stay focused on what activities you need to do to see your business grow. So let's see. So how do we help people, right? We promote the Beachbody product line, and we do that mostly through what's called challenge packs. Challenge packs are going to offer the best deal for our customers. And we run challenge groups. So that's where we get back and focus on the three main components to achieve success, which is fitness, nutrition, and support. Now, our challenge packs include the program, a Shakeology, and then a 30-day club membership trial, and then the chance to win money. And we've already established, right, that Shakeology is the secret weapon. The results come, you guys, when both fitness and nutrition are in line. If there is one thing that I have learned, and a huge misconception when it comes to getting fit, is that people just think they need the program. You can work out all you want to, but if you are not eating healthy, if you are not feeding your body the right foods, you are not going to lose any weight. It is almost 85 to 90% nutrition. So it's our job to make sure we get that across to people. So the challenge pack is the best option because they can usually buy the shake at cost and they'll get a program for like $10 to $20 more. So it's the best option. So this isn't an endless array of all of our challenge packs, but they range from about $160 to $205 per challenge pack. And this is so competitive compared to some of our competition out there on the marketplace when it comes to like, fitness shakes and fitness patches and things like that. This is just extremely competitive. We usually have like a special each month that is, anywhere from 140 to 160. So right now we've got a new program out called Hammer and Chisel, which we're selling that for 160. It usually is 180, but it's a brand new program that just released, and it's a weight training resistance program, which I'm really excited about. So each challenge pack, like I said, comes with Shakeology and a 30-day sneak peek into Beachbody On Demand, which that's where you can stream all your workouts from your phone or your tablet or your computer or Apple TV. And then you get meal planning, some recipe ideas, and things like that. So I wanted to share with you a little bit of a story about somebody on my team. Her name is Jenny Bender, and she reached out to me almost a year ago after her 5th child was born. So then Jenny and Zach have 5 children, and they are coaches. And there's a little bit of their transformation on the left-hand side. You can see where they were and how awesome they look now. And then Jenny, where she was when she had 3 children. And then on the right, that was her a couple months back after doing Beachbody. So Jenny works full-time. She has an in-home daycare. Zach is a principal of a school, and they have 5 children, and they're coaches, and they show up to work out every single day. I think combined, they've lost about 25 pounds ever since they began. I think there's even more pounds lost there. I don't know if that's 100% true, but she started out with the 21-day Fix Extreme. Then they went to Insanity. Then they're doing Hammer and Chisel. They're totally killing it. But the reason why I wanted to share this was for people who think, I don't know if I'm going to have time to work out or coach or anything. These guys make it work with 5 kids and full-time jobs. So if they can do it, you can definitely do it. And that's why I'm here to help you. Here to help you do that. So let's talk about money, right? That's the most exciting part. How do we make money? So when you first start out, the main thing you're going to be doing is focusing on retail commission. Okay, got 10 minutes left. So you're going to be selling the challenge packs, basically. And just as an example here, like let's just say you decide to sell a P90X, and that's $120 just for the program. So you make 25% off that. Your commission is $30. Then let's say you sell a Shakeology, which it used to be $120. Now it's $130. So this is a little off, but this is just one example. So you make another 25% off of that sale. So you've just made $60 by selling one program and one Shakeology, right? Keep in mind here, you don't fulfill the order. You send the people through an online store. You don't have to keep any inventory. Beachbody takes the phone calls. They ship the order. They handle the customer service. You just send them to the website, right? And you just sit there and wait for your commission to come in. So why won't it progress? There we go. So this just gives you an idea of how your income can grow, because what we do when we sell one P90X, right? So that's one program. When you sell a Shakeology home direct order, when you sell one Shakeology home direct order, you are going to continue every single month. Your customer is going to get a new bag of Shakeology every single month, right? So your income is going to continue to grow every single month. So month 1, you sell one P90X and one Shakeology home direct. So there's your commission on the right. Month 2, you sell one P90X and you sell one Shakeology, one extra Shakeology, but you're still getting your first Shakeology you sold from month 1 And you'll see how that income grows. Hold on one second. Sienna, can you go back downstairs? I love you too. Go back downstairs. Okay. Downstairs, please. Thank you. All right. So, sorry, little girl. So you could see there, that's just on focusing on retail commission alone. And that is just selling one P90X and one Shakeology Home Direct each month. Just one example. So other ways that you start to earn money, and you know, your first couple of months, you're going to earn your money off of just that retail commission. But where the big money starts to come in is when you start to build a team, sponsor coaches, and then you start bonusing off of their volume that they start bringing in. So like I said, I just kind of got into this from the very beginning to get high level accountability and to make a lot of money to pay for my own products. But then once I started seeing the amount of money that you can make and build more income, I really wanted to get into the team cycle bonus. And how to do that is you start putting coaches or bringing coaches on underneath you. So basically it's just by finding two business partners. One is usually a spouse, and then you can bring on, you know, somebody else who loves the products or whatever, like, you know, somebody else who maybe did a challenge group with you. But the cool part about that is you start getting a team cycle bonus so it's a residual income from all of your team sales, everybody in your downline. You do get weekly paychecks. And you start getting company leads. So through the infomercials that Beachbody do, I'm sure you've seen like a size infomercial, PIO infomercials, P90X infomercials. They are getting leads to their websites. And those people are interested in programs and they start sending them to you. And these are individuals that you reach out to through email, text, Facebook, and start getting them interested in joining your challenge groups or becoming coaches or, you know, starting a challenge with you. So once you become Emerald, which is the next rank, and you get two business partners that work with you, then you start getting that team cycle bonus, which I really won't go into. But if you want more info, we can talk about it. Just let me know. And the company leads. So here are the options. You can, if you're ready to come on board as a coach, great. I'm going to give you those options. Or if you're at a point with where maybe you just want to be a customer right now, I'll give you some options. So let's talk about joining as a customer. Obviously, we talked about a challenge pack is your best savings. That's a fitness program. That's a Shakeology Home Direct. And then your trial month subscription to Team Beachbody. You can also do a Shakeology Home Direct if you just want to try Shakeology without doing a fitness program right now. That's an option. Or if you're already on Shakeology and you just need a fitness program, we can help you out with that as well. Now, if you want to come on board as a coach, there are some options. So number one, if you came on board as a coach and you wanted to just go ahead and get a challenge pack, your coach enrollment fee, which is usually $39.95, is waived. So you don't have to pay anything. You just pay the customer fee, you become a coach, and you start your journey to fitness. So that's one option. You can just, again, do the Shakeology Home Direct, but you still would pay that $39.95 coach enrollment fee. And if, you know, you just wanted to do a fitness program and not do the Shakeology, again, you're going to pay that $39.95. I would suggest, though, starting with Shakeology because it's one of the things that really is going to help you and your customers see some great results. So there is one ongoing business service fee that comes out of your bank account monthly, and that's a $15.95 fee that's monthly, and it covers all of those things below you. So if you think about a business, and all the fees that go into running your own business. All you entrepreneurs, all of you, bean counters out there, think about all of the things that you have to do to run your own business. What other business out there can you run and get media promotion, websites, product warehousing, customer service, technical support, marketing, infomercials, free training resources for as little as $15 a month? You can't find that. So this is an opportunity to start your own business, be an entrepreneur with almost, no education. You don't need much education to do this, and start out and have a monthly fee of $15.95 per month, which you're going to make back in the sales that you're going to be making. So just one last bit of what to expect once you come on board as a coach, what to expect from our team, what to expect from me. Once you come on board, the big thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a quick email welcoming you to the team. I'm going to have you watch a couple of videos, and then we're going to have a call to talk about what it is you want to do. What do you want to achieve? Fitness-wise and income-wise. And then we're going to set a game plan to get you there. If you want to make $500 a week in the next 90 days, I'm going to give you a roadmap to do that. So I'm not just going to bring you on board as a coach and then leave you to figure it all out on your own. We have tons of training, tons of support, and tons of people who are just absolutely killing it in this business. So, and then recognition out the wazoo. We love to give people huge shout outs for their successes and for what they're doing to push their business forward. So just want to ask you one thing: is what you're doing now going to get you to where you want to be? Ask yourself that question. And can you picture yourself getting fit, being happier, making income for your family? I mean, does this sound good? I think it sounds awesome. So, if you are interested, reach out to the person that shared this video with you, and let's get you started. All right, guys, we have literally no time left. So I'm going to stop.